Welcome to Nugget 309 with Steve and Dana Groman, and we are back in Montana on the Montana Dinosaur Trail. You ready?
I'm ready to go.
All right. In this nugget, we will be visiting the H. Earl Clack Memorial Museum in Havre, Montana, and I just got off the phone with Emily, who is the curator there at the museum, and they moved this past July into their own location. She's really excited about their new location downtown. They used to be in a retail center.
Yeah, it was a good thing they moved.
It was. We almost
good.
didn't stop because it thought, well, this is dumb. But it wasn't dumb. It was really cool.
It was a good museum.
Yes, it was. And it wasn't just for the fossils. It was a historical museum also. The museum has a unique collection, including a Stygimoloch and a fabulous old map of the Battle of Bear's Paw between General Miles and Chief Joseph, September 30th to October 5, 1877. And one of the other things that was interesting about this location, and we wouldn't have known about it, that in the back of the mall parking lot is the Wapkapa Chugan, sorry, I'm sure I butchered that up, Buffalo Jump, a 2,000-year-old bison kill and campsite. And that is open seasonal, but you just don't run into buffalo jump sites every day.
No, it's really cool. In case somebody doesn't know what that means, they would herd buffalo in a certain direction where this severe drop-off would be, and then the buffalo would just keep running in a stampede and fly right off the edge and die.
And that way they could knock off a bunch of them at one time.
Yeah, they could get a bunch all at one time.
Probably couldn't get away with that these days.
No, it seems kind of cruel.
Well, back at the old museum, we saw this Lambeosaur egg clutch. And this was a replica of the real one that is at the Museum of the Rockies. And I had mentioned that Horner keeps a lot of the good fossils for his museum there. And sometimes they do get to go back to area museums. But in this case, they had this replica of the egg clutch. Also, to the right there in this photo, you'll see eggshell fragments that are real. This clutch of 20 Lambeosaurine eggs provided the first evidence that crested hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs, laid large spherical eggs. The eggs are nearly twice the size of the eggs associated with the non-crested hadrosaur, a Mosasaura, found near the town of Choto, 100 miles to the west. One other thing that they had at the museum when we were there were these Lambeosaur bone fragments, but Emily said that the owners requested to take the bones back. And you'll find that many times in museums that you'll see someone's name is tagged saying donated by or on loan by, and this is the first time I've ever known that they actually took them back.
But it does happen.
It does, apparently. But one of the famous things for this museum is the Stygimoloch, and Emily told me
That's a weird name.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, and I'll tell you why they named it that in a minute. Emily said that this is a cast and that her museum won this for selling the most Montana Dinosaur Trail passports that one year, and this was their gift. This Stygimoloch was found in southeast Montana, but her museum got the cast, and it's quite a conversation piece. This sign reads, "The Stygimoloch was a medium-sized plant eater."
Of course he was a plant eater.
He roamed this area some 68 million years ago.
I don't believe that was true.
It stood on powerful hind legs, standing about 4 feet tall, and it was 7 feet in length. The Stygimoloch was equipped with a formidable set of spikes and knobs on its large bony head, which it used to charge rivals and predators alike. Of course, this is all just conjecture. Because the spikes reminded the scientist of some sort of demon from the underworld, which I can see by looking at that you would come to that conclusion, they named it Stygimoloch, which is Latin for demon of the river Styx.
Oh, nice.
And this other sign elaborated a little bit more on the name. It said Stygimoloch was named for a demon from the river Styx, a mythical river that one must cross to enter Hades or Hell. Only parts of skulls of Stygimoloch have been found in the Hell Creek Formation in Montana and Wyoming. It was named in 1983 by British paleontologist Peter Galton and German paleontologist Hans-Dieter Suess. Next stop is the Pine Butte Swamp Preserve. Some of the places that we've talked about in the Nuggets and on the Saturday Travel and History Tips, there's nothing to see. And this is one of those situations where you don't see anything, you just know you're close, you're nearby, where something historical has happened. West of Choteau and Bynum, we drove to the Nature Conservancy's Pine Butte Swamp Preserve. Only nature hiking is offered at the preserve along the East Fork Ear Mountain Trail. The preserve is the location of Egg Mountain, where the first known baby dinosaur nests, eggshell fragments, and whole fossilized Mosasaura eggs were unearthed by John R. Jack Horner and Bob Michaela in 1978 and 1979 in the Willow Creek anticline. Dinosaur embryos were discovered in 1983. Each summer, Horner and his crew mine a 1 mile by quarter mile site with an estimated 30 million fossil fragments. This is the densest, most extensive dinosaur graveyard. It was created from a catastrophic event, wasn't it, Steve?
It absolutely was. They actually found, I think it was 14 nests of eggs, and then tons of, like you say, fragments of not only eggshells, but skin and fossils.
Museum of the Rockies, MOR, in Bozeman owns and protects the prized location on the otherwise insignificant hill. Guided trips to the egg area, one of the state's 16 geologic wonders, are available through MOR. Non-degree holding paleontologist Jack Horner, he has an honorary doctorate from the University of Montana.
We have an honorary doctorate.
Yes, we do. We just got them.
That's right.
Is one of the best-known dinosaur fossil hunters. Horner was an advisor for the Jurassic Park movie series. Contact MOR for more information on how to visit the fossil site. And we might just have to do that. And I understand that the Stygimoloch was a part of one of the recent Jurassic Park movies.
They made him out to be funny.
That's what they said. Next stops on the Montana Dinosaur Tour will be the Two Medicine Dinosaur Center and the Old Trail Museum. If you appreciate these videos, share them on your social platforms. And you can partner with us on a monthly or one-time basis. The links are in the description below. Thank you.